Hi guys, Linda here from Create Your Future, and today we're going to talk about how to use visualization to get your SP or any desire for that matter. But before we begin, I do offer one-on-one coaching. The info is in the description box below. I am certified in neurolinguistic programming, and I've worked with many clients as a love assumption coach for quite a while. My success stories are all over our page. And also, we do offer a free course on how to uncover your blocks and manifest fast. So I suggest you look in the description box below for all that juicy info and really look into the free course. That's a really good basis foundation on kind of teaching yourself on how to manifest. So let's get started. How to visualize to get an SP or any of your desires. So a lot of people talk about SATs. And basically, SATs is something that Neville Goddard talked about, which is state akin to sleep, which means that kind of groggy feeling right before you go to bed, or also the kind of groggy feeling when you first wake up. So a lot of people find it hard to do SATs before bed because they fall asleep and then, it interrupts their visualization. So what you can do is maybe sit up a little bit more uncomfortably or kind of start it a bit earlier before you actually doze off and fall asleep. Or like I stated earlier, you can do it in the morning. When you wake up, you're kind of groggy. Before you get up out of bed to go start your day, you can do it then, which might actually prevent you from falling back asleep. So the purpose of visualization is to incorporate all five senses so that you feel like it's really happening. The subconscious mind doesn't know what's real or fake, true or false. It just knows what you impress, what you saturate it with, what you keep repeating, the state you keep living in. So the more you do it, your subconscious mind is going to say, hey, is this really happening? And it's going to have to show you proof and evidence that it's happening. So the five senses are smell, touch, taste, hearing, seeing. Smell the cologne of SP, feel the breeze and the warm sun on you, taste the dinner that you're eating in that visualization, that fancy romantic dinner, feel them hugging you or their hand in your hand, okay? And that just makes everything feel like so real and so vivid. Another problem that some of my clients say is that, well, I can't visualize. I'm not good at visualizing. So visualizing doesn't have to be this concrete, clear, like a movie screen image. You might not see their face. You might not hear their voice, but you feel the presence of the person there. Maybe a smell might come into your awareness when you start talking about their cologne or like walking through a flower field. Like once descriptive words are being used, it might evoke those feelings, right? So I don't want people to think that you close your eyes and you're seeing this crystal clear visualization. It doesn't have to be that clear. It just has to be that feeling, that vibe, that essence of this experience actually happening. And another thing that some people can try is when you're scripting in detail. Oh my gosh, today was the best day ever. SP came over and she hugged me from behind and he was holding my hand and I could just feel the tightness of his hug and I could smell the cologne. Even scripting sometimes jogs the mind, jogs that memory of the way something smelled, felt, heard, okay? It sounded like. And that also helps with visualizing. Now, some, clients say, well, how can I visualize this happening if it's never happened? Or if I don't have a particular SP in mind? Or I don't know how it feels to kiss them because I've never kissed them. Put yourself in a scene. For example, when you watch a romantic movie, and you see the couple hugging or kissing, put yourself in that scene. Like that's you and that's SP and just like picture that you're watching yourself in that movie. Or a love song with like love lyrics. Put yourself in that. Like that's them singing to you and you singing to them. How many times have you heard a love song and you like cried to it because it just was so emotional? Or like a breakup song and you cried to it because you related to it? Do that with a romantic song, with an uplifting song, with a romantic movie, TV show, Princess and Prince. Whatever works for you to help you visualize. Put yourself as those characters in those scenes and how would it make you feel if that was really happening, okay? And a little exercise that I like to try, and actually we can try it live together right now, is if you are visualizing something that's already happened or a memory like a friend's birthday or a really cool vacation or the most amazing dessert you've had, sometimes that's easier to visualize because you say, yeah, but I've already done that, but I've already tasted that, but I've already relived that. But it's still a good exercise to figure out How did you get to that point? How did you remember that thing? You know, let's practice with things that we already know and we're already aware of, just to strengthen our belief in visualization and to strengthen our technique in visualization. So I'm going to try something with you guys right now. Okay, so if you're not driving and if it's safe to do so, or you can replay and watch this, you know, at a later date, later time, what I want you to do right now is close your eyes. Okay, close your eyes and take a deep breath in the nose and out the mouth. You're going to do it again. In through the nose, out through the mouth. And you're going to do that one more time. And with your eyes closed, I want you to follow what I'm going to describe and really try to visualize and participate in this, okay? So now that you're cool, calm, and collected, I want you to picture a field. It could be green grass, tall grass. The sun is shining on you. Your eyes are kind of squinting because the sun is so bright. You can feel the warm sun on your face. You can feel a little cool breeze every so often. And you can hear the swishing of the leaves and see the waving of the leaves and the grass that you're walking through. It's so peaceful, you're so calm. And then you feel someone tapping you on your right shoulder. You slightly turn your head to the right. You're still squinting because the sun is so bright. And you notice there's a man standing there. And the man's wearing a hat and a plaid shirt. Seems like they're working in the field. And they pass you a lemon. You reach out your left hand. You take the lemon. You hold it in your hand. Is it smooth? Is it rough? You gently squeeze it. Is it hard? Is it soft? You put it to your nose and you smell it. Can you smell the citrus through the peel? Can you smell the lemon through the peel? Is your mouth watering? Can you taste it? Can you already feel the sensation of a sour lemon? So the man takes the lemon back, slices it in half, and has you try to taste it. He's got the best lemons. He's growing the best lemons in the field. And you put it to your mouth, and it's cold and it's juicy. And you feel the juice trickle down your lips. And it's so sour. It's so sour that your nose and your eyes and your lips just puckered up. And you're making that face and it's so tasty, it's so sour that you get that little shiver and you pull it out of your mouth so quick because it's so sour. And you remember how beautiful and fresh and sour this lemon tastes, smells, and feels. Now I want you to open your eyes and tell me how you felt. Were you able to really smell the lemon? Did your mouth water a little bit when we were describing the lemon? Did you make that face while you were visualizing when I was describing it? That is how visualization should feel and sound like. So even though we don't know who the man in the visualization was, and even though we don't know where this field was, did you feel the breeze? Did you smell something? Were you able to invoke some type of sense that for a split second had you feeling like it was really happening, that had you feeling like you were really there? That's what we want to do with visualization. Okay, it's not just closing your eyes and picturing SP hugging you. I really want you to say, okay, SP's in front of me, they're walking towards me, I can smell their cologne, they reach out their hand. Like I really want you to you might not have to talk it through, but I want you to be playing those steps so that you're really adding in what you're smelling, seeing, feeling, thinking, the music, your favorite song is playing. Really try to fluff up this visualization with as many scents as you can. And another thing that might help is if you write out your scene in full detail or script it like I mentioned earlier, that's going to really give you a good basis of when I close my eyes, this is what I'm going to replay and visualize because I've written out the script. You can also record your own voice reading that description like I just did now about the lemon in the field. You could read your description of your visualization with SP and record it on like a Parrot app. Close your eyes and use that as like a guided meditation, like a guided visualization to help you visualize. So the nice thing with visualizing is that, and this happened with my SP, when we were in no contact, I had replayed a scene over and over again so much where he was saying all these romantic, beautiful things and apologizing and how much I meant to him and how he thanks God for sending me to him and all these things. And anyone that knows me, I cry. I cry when I'm happy. I cry when I'm mad. I cry when I'm sad. I cry with a card. I cry with one flower. I cry with a compliment. I'm just like super emotional. And I remember in my visualization crying, like, oh, it felt so real. So fast forward, one of the times when we ended up getting back together, we were on his balcony of his condo instead of my balcony on my condo, but he literally word for word acted and recited and did and said everything that I was visualizing, like to the T, to the point where I didn't even cry when I heard those things, which I probably would have, had like the ugly cry meltdown of love and romance. And I think even he was shocked that I didn't cry because he knows that I cry for everything. That I had replayed it so much, I had visualized it so much that when it happened in real life, it was kind of like, I already experienced this before. You know what I mean? It wasn't this shocking, exciting feeling because it's like, we've been here before. Like, I've done this before. Like, I've seen this before. I've heard this before. And when it happened, I was more shocked that it was like literally word for word, scene for scene, image for image, that I couldn't even react. That's how like amazing it was. That's why for me, visualizing is one of like my kind of go-to techniques. How many times have you gone to bed picturing SP with a third party, or replaying an argument, or picturing that last time you saw them? Those are all visualizations. Those are all inner conversations. Those are all thought transmission. It's all happening. So why don't we use that by visualizing what we do want to see, what we do want to smell, hear, feel, and experience. So on that note, I intend this video was very helpful on helping you visualize to get your SP or any desire. Replace it with winning the lottery. Replace it with going into a brand new home that you purchased. Replace it with receiving the email that's congratulating you for being the successful candidate for the job. Replace it with going to the doctor and having them tell you that your tests are all clear and everything is great. Use the visualization to visualize any desire that you want. Okay, so on that note, I intend this video was very helpful in kind of teaching you how to visualize, and that you receive much success with visualization. And again, if you'd like coaching, I do offer one-on-one coaching. And until next time, ciao, ciao.